banned no-knock warrants after the death of Breonna Taylor. She was killed by Louisville police in March when they used a no-knock warrant to search her apartment. Now Cincinnati City Council member Chris Seelbach wants to ban no-knock warrants in Cincinnati. Hamilton County Municipal Court Judge Tyrone Yates joins us via Skype this morning to discuss these warrants. Judge Yates, thanks so much for getting up with us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So tell me a little bit about, I know you guys in municipal court, the judges, you all sign search warrants. So the no-knock warrants are when police can just go into somebody's home without announcing they're there. How common are these warrants in Hamilton County?
They're very uncommon. In the almost 11 years that I've served on the Hamilton County Municipal Court bench, I doubt that I have executed 5 in 10 years. I think that each judge is very, very careful with respect to approving the affidavits and the search warrants. They're very rare in the jurisdictions in Hamilton County, and I have been very pleased with the care that the prosecutors and the police departments have used with search warrants in general.
Yeah, and so it has to be requested, and it's my understanding too from talking to somebody who used to work down at the courts that there's a pretty high bar for obtaining one of these, and that you have to actually swear in a police officer. So this isn't just an affidavit that you would usually sign. You have to actually swear somebody in and have it videotaped, this whole process. They're questioned, right?
Well, that's a process for the no-knock warrant. We record them usually with a tape recorder in order to make sure that the officer is absolutely certain of the information contained in the affidavit along several dimensions, the 2 most important of which are officer safety. Is there some immediate threat of safety to the officer at the location to be searched, and is there a possibility that the evidence that is sought to be gotten might be destroyed if there is an announcement? So there's a very careful regime. I assure you that every judicial officer who reviews a search warrant makes or tries to make to be as sure as possible that the circumstances are there for a no-knock warrant. And I think, as a general rule, that officers do not usually request no-knock warrants. A larger category of warrants that are requested are nighttime warrants, which also carry their own a sense of concern. But there are very, very few no-knock warrants requested.
Okay, great. Well, that's very interesting to know. I really appreciate you joining us this morning and giving us your insight on that issue, because it's been something that's been in the news so much. So, Judge Tyrone Yates.
Could I add one more thing
Sure.
briefly?
Sure, quickly.
And that is that it is true that across the United States, no-knock warrants have been on the increase. For example, about 20 years ago, there were 1,500 in the country, and now that's up over 45,000 according to the latest data. So it is something to be concerned about, but Hamilton County, no-knock warrants are rare.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Your Honor, again for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.